Okay, let's go ahead and get started there, everybody. Welcome back to another Strange Road Gym stream. I'm your host, Strange Road Gym, and today we're going to be getting back into some Conceptis puzzles. Then we will be doing a little bit of our continued journey on the Terraria mod, and then we'll have Genshin Impact later on tonight, so look forward to that. Alright, so um, last time, which was about 2 days ago, we did quite a number of puzzles because they were pretty super easy. We did Pic-a-Pix, Cross-a-Pix, Fill-a-Pix, and then Battleship, Tori, Kakoduku, and that was about it. Okay, I wanted to kind of save these four, which are typically regarded as like some of my favorites personally. Um, didn't didn't want to do Link-a-Pix or Block-a-Pix because this was a fairly large board, and it would probably even though they mentioned the fact that it was going to be easy, just the sheer amount that was going to be there and for me to try to solve was not necessarily going to be easy. So I held off on that. The Block-a-Pix apparently is a medium plus, so this is going to take a bit of time to figure out. Or was it reverse? I don't know. One of these two was medium plus, so that might actually take its own stream. Or own Conceptis portion of the stream, I should say. Alright, so um, let's go ahead and get started on these four here. If they are super easy, then we will finish off the day with the Link-a-Pix. I'll do this for about an hour, and then we'll switch on over to some programming. Um, but first off, let's go ahead and start off with my skyscrapers. Oh, they're saying that it's medium difficulty. Okay, well, this is going to be interesting then. Let me go ahead and get that viewable for everybody. At least try to. There we go. Alright. So already, I know that we have the 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 there. And then we got the 5 there. So there's that. Um, okay, so we got 1 and 2 here. 1, 2, 3 there. 1, 2, 4 there. 1, 4, 3, and 5 there. And then we got 2, 3, 4, and 5 here. Okay, this 3 here automatically tells me that the 5 has to be there. Because it can't be here, can't be there, and if it's either one of these two spots, then it wouldn't be a 3. So 5 has to be there. So that much is a given. Which means the remaining 5s are either here or here, which tells me I can't put a 5 there because that would block that one off. So the 5 has to be there, which means this one is the remaining 5. So those are some fairly easy solves there. So that's good. Now, problem with this one is that it could be any one of these numbers, 1 through 4, and I won't really know. So we have 1, 2, 3 here. Same with down here. Let me go and put these numbers down there. We got 1, 2, and 4 there. 1, 2, and 4 there. Now, this one has to be either 3 or 4. It cannot be 1. If it was 1, then it would be 3 as the number. So this one has to be 3 or 4 to be, to, basically make this 2 disappear. So, um, but we don't know which one out of those 2 is the correct one. But we'll put the 1, 3, 4 on the remaining there. This one has to be either 2 or 3. Can't be 4. And then we got 2, 3, 4 here. Cannot be 1. So this would have to be 2, 3, 4. And this one is 1, 2, 3, and 4 there. Okay. So, what do we got here? What are we going to be looking at? Hey there, Kirito. How you doing? Welcome back to the stream. How's your day been? Okay, so... This one is a little rough here because I don't know... we don't really have too many clues right at this moment in time as to what could be the solution in this one. Good. That's awesome to hear. Hmm. Okay, well, let me state this up front. The 4 has to be here, at the very least. Because it couldn't be the 1 or 2. If it was the 1 or 2, then we wouldn't be able to get the 4. Because if it was 1 or 2, it'd be like, like 1, 3, and 2, which would be just 3 there. So already I know that the 4 has to be there. So, which means the 4 has to be there. So there's that. Okay, so this is either 2 and 1 or 3 and 1 and 2 there. Well, 3 and then 2, because if it was 3, then this would have to be the 1, so 2 would have to be there. But I don't know on that yet. So, okay. Okay, let's look at this a little bit. Let's look at some different values here and see what we can maybe try to come up with. At this point, there's nothing like super easy. Like, hey, this one is a given, so we can kind of work things out here a little bit. So we're just gonna have to kind of look at the possible combinations here. So, for example, if I do a 2 here, then that would mean that this would have to be a 3, which would mean that this would have to be the 1 and 2. This one would have to be the 1, making this a 2. And, that doesn't really get me very far, it feels like. This would have to be the 2, this would have to be the 1, which makes this the 3, which makes that the 4, which would work out. So, Wait, if this is the 3, and I've already kind of determined that this was going to be like the 1, then this would be the 4, which would cancel that one out, which wouldn't really make any sense. So, um, hmm. So let's go with the 3 here and see what we can see if that was the correct choice. Um, okay. This would have to be the 4. That would have to be the 3. 1, 2, 2. Okay, looks like everything looks good. There we go. Okay. Whew, that was close. Um, yeah, I was like on, okay, if I do the 2, it would kind of cascade into of eventual failure right there. So, do I have a cat? Not here at the house, or at, well, how do I put this? I had cats where my mom used to live, but they passed away a long time ago. And I never had my own place to own my own cat. I'd love to have the cat, but um, I don't have the income to support one right at this moment in time. So, okay, so that one is done. Complete. Okay, next one. Let's go with Slither Link on this one. So we'll go ahead and close that one down. We'll get this one up. And then get that one. There we go. All right, puzzle's ready to go. All right, so let's go ahead and fill everything in. Sorry for anybody that is like going, wait, this is my first time watching you there, Jim. What the hell are you doing? This is so fast. Blah blah blah. I've done tutorials on this already. Kind of explaining how to kind of process this. And this has been kind of years of kind of practice and you know thinking through things through and all that. Um, so sorry for anybody that's like going, wait, I can't see what you're doing there, Jim. I don't understand. You know, um, it's kind of funny because I had that kind of reaction when um, uh, one time during one of my computer science classes. The professor gave us the opportunity to use his framework to make Minesweeper, and he specifically wanted us to make Minesweeper. I'm like, okay, you know, so I did it. I built it using his framework, and I demonstrated it during class, and I was kind of going at my regular speeds on it, and they were like going, "What the heck?" They were like super impressed, or they were like flabbergasted on how fast I was able to do Minesweeper at the time. And I was like, okay, well, this has just been, you know, um, this is just how I, have, been playing Minesweeper over the years. This has just been kind of, I play a quick game of Minesweeper and then I move on to other things, kind of thing. And they're like, going, "How did you get so fast?" And it's like, just playing it for a while. eventually you get to a point where you can kind of logically see everything kind of, um, you know, take shape. You eventually see the patterns and like. So, um, so yeah, it's just one of those things where it's like, um, now the professor made the comment of like, well, if you spent so much time on coding instead of, you know, playing games, you'd be so much better. I'm like, going, this is, I mean, this is like a minute worth of time here or something like that. Um, Minesweepers and stuff like that, stuff that I was like, spending days on or anything along those lines. It's just something that, I did in my, casual time, you know. Um, so I never really liked that particular professor, to be honest. I had a problem with him. The fact that and he himself got lost in his own website. You know, he had his own website that he typically referred us to, and he had it was a link nightmare there, folks. You know, his web page was link to another page, 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 and it was so convoluted. It had no organization whatsoever, and he himself got lost on his own website, his own personal website that he created. He got lost in his own website trying to look up lecture notes for us. And I'm like, and you're trying to tell me on how to proceed as a programmer when you yourself you're lost in your own website? It's like, huh? It's like, maybe you know, think about, you know, watching, looking at your own work than criticizing others. So, so yeah, it's been interesting along those lines. So, okay, not sure what the heck you mean there, Maz, but I'm gonna go ahead and ignore whatever you're trying to say there. Okay, so let's see. Okay. Okay, this is going to be a little rough here. Not quite sure where I'm going to be going on this puzzle right at this moment in time. Hmm. Okay. Okay, I'm not 100% sure. Oh, wait, that has to go there. Right, which means that goes there. There we go. Now, I can't do this, so that's out. That's out. And then can't do that either, so we got those. There we go. Okay. That goes straight down because we can't have any kind of connection there. So there's that. So we got that. Can't do that. So there we go. Awesome. Puzzle is done. Oh yeah. Yeah. Let's go ahead and move on to our next puzzle here there, folks. We got Tic-Tac-Logic and Mahashi. Personally, I enjoyed the Tic-Tac-Logic, so let's go ahead and do this. We'll go ahead and knock that one out there. Tic-Tac-Logic. Let's go ahead and start this up. It's saying that's a medium difficulty as well, so we'll go ahead and start that. There we go. All right. We have those. Let's go ahead and throw those down. There's that. We got those and that. There we go. Let's see. Okay, can't really do much more about this column right at this moment in time, so we'll have to hold off there. We got this, so let's go ahead and fill those in. Okay, well, we have one circle here. That's a given because I can't do two X's here, so so there's that. Let's see, what else can we do here? Okay, we have to have an X and an O right there, which means there has to be an O right there, which means all that, and there we go. Awesome. That's taken care of. Okay, so 1 out of 4, there has to be one circle in all this, and unfortunately it can't be anywhere here, anywhere but here. So there's that. Okay. Got that taken care of. Awesome, awesome. And we got one there. Let's see. What else we got? Okay, so we have to have a circle and X there, so that means the circle has to be there. So we got that. Awesome. Okay, we have to have a circle and X there, so the circle has to be over there, which means there's an X there. We have to have a circle and X here, which means the circle has to be there, which means X is there, circle's there. Let's see, what else? Okay, can't really do much with this column right at the moment. Okay, trying to look at this and seeing if there's anything anything useful here, or something that I can kind of work with. Not really seeing much here at this moment in time, so I'm gonna have to see about like maybe doing a trying to see if I can use the ones that are already completed to see if there's like another match So, to see if I can try to, you know, a column or a row um, is, um, you know, can't be the same. Can't have the same. Um, you can't have the same column or the same row. So what I'm trying to look for is very close matches that I can try to exploit a little bit. Um, so problem is that I'm not really seeing much for this time that um, is like extremely distinct, or close to each other kind of thing. Hmm. Yeah, I'm not really seeing much. That's not great. Hmm. Okay. Let's think about it a different way here. So I know I can't put, two X's here, right? So there has to be an X and O here. Okay, I can have two X's here. So there has to be an X and O in these two slots as well, right? So that means that both of the O's are taken up in these four spots, right? So that means that this spot right here has to be an X. So there's that. So that's good. That's awesome. Um, hmm. Let's see. Let me look at this a little bit more. Okay. Now I can't necessarily do the exact same thing over here. For example, in this set of four, I could have one X, but the rest could be, circles here, and it would still work. So I can't necessarily work on that. But here's another observation here. We have two X's here, can't work. Two X's here can't work. So one of these has to be a circle, one of these has to be a circle, which means that has to be X. So there's that. One more X here, which means the rest of these have to be circles. So there's that. Awesome. Let's see. What else? Hmm. Okay, we have two X's here, can't work. So one of these has to be a circle, so this has to be an X. So there's that. Let's see. Hmm. Okay, hold on. Okay. I was wondering what that notification was all about on Discord. There we go. Hey there, Tank Gaming. How you doing there, bud? Welcome back to the stream. How's your day been so far? Okay. You're doing good? That's good to hear, my friend. Good to hear. Oh, we got some fairly difficult puzzles here today. I might not be able to get through them all. Um, hmm. Um, I got a now War Farme person. I'm assuming that you said you wanted to say you got a new Warframe person. Typos, gotta love them. All right, let's see. No worries there, Tank. I got it. I understood. Okay, so um, here's an example of what I'm talking about by no columns have to be the same. Okay, take a look at this column here and take a look at this column here. You know, X and X, circle and circle, X and X, circle and circle, X and X, circle, 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 X and X, right? So that means that this column here, if I was to do an X and O here, it wouldn't work because this is an exact same match as this one here. So it has to be the exact opposite of it. So an X has to be there and an O has to be there. So, and then we can solve the rest of these. Let's see. We have 5 and 4 there. So there's that. We got a circle there. X and a circle. Awesome. We got a circle there. Let's see. What else we got? Which Warframe did you get there, Tank Gaming? Okay, so an X and X has to be there and the circle has to be there. So because there was two X's left and they couldn't necessarily be side by side to these other X's, so that's how you work that out. So circle has to be there. We got two X's there. Need a circle there. Got an X there. Got an X there. Circle there. X there, circle there, X, and then a circle. Awesome. A prime one? Nice. Okay, so we just finished off that puzzle. Let me check out the difficulty of my hashi here. If it's anything but easy, all right, it's an easy one. I should be able to finish this off in about 5 minutes. So let me go ahead and try to finish this one off, and hopefully I can get it done in 5 minutes, and then we'll switch on over to the coding portion of the stream. So, um, So stay tuned for that. Or if anybody's watching this on YouTube, you know, I'll be having a playlist for that, you know, um, here fairly soon. So, all right, so we got a 7 here, which means there has to be a line on that, you know, for all directions. But I don't know which one has the single and which ones are the, doubles. Okay, there has to be 3 that are doubles. One has to be single. I don't know which is which right at this moment in time. So let's go ahead and fill these in. Let's see, we got that. Well, if I put 1 down there, then 1 has to be there, because if it's like that, then yeah, but there we go. Okay, we got that, which means that's closed off, which means that has to be there, so, okay. We need 1 there and 1 there. We need 1 there, okay. 1 has to be there. That 2 needs that, which means this 4 needs that one. Okay, this 5 needs those. Okay, so we have 1. The remaining for the 7 has to be doubles. So the 6 has to have doubles. There's no, yeah, that was a given. Surprised I didn't see it before, but I wasn't really looking at it at the time. So okay, so we can close off all that. So that's awesome. Okay, so the 1 has to go there. We can have 1 go there, but that might not be guaranteed. But we'll have at least 1 going down to this 3 here. So that's about as much as we can do there. Okay. If I could do like doubles here, right? But I don't really know. Um, uh, you know, but here's the thing. If I did 1 there, then I would know that I would need at least 1 line there and 1 line there, at the very least. So, but I don't know if there's a line here yet. For right now, we're just going to leave it open. Can't really do much, so we're not going to do anything more with this right at this time. So, let's see what else we can look at here. Okay, so, Okay, at this point, I'm going to be looking at all the possible connections I can do, right? So, for example, if I was to do that, then this 5 would need to connect there, right? But here's the problem. That leaves the 4 completely bugged out. We can't do that. So, um, you know, so that means that this line here can't be a possibility. So, so there's that. So either the 3 either has to have a connector there or connector there. We're not sure which one though. If I did that, then I would need to have a connector there, which would screw over this 3. So that's not possible. So this 3 has to connect there, which means this 2 has to be finished connecting. This 3 has its only choice to be there, which means that 2 is there, the 4 is connected there, and the 3 is there. There we go. Done. Okay, and we got it done in 5 minutes. Awesome. Slightly, you know, obviously it's still quote unquote easy, but it was still a little bit more of a thought process. Like it wasn't, it wasn't necessarily an automatic given. I had to kind of, for this, it felt like I had to do a little bit of like testing out what may or may not work based off of like the other connectors, right? It wasn't like a straight given like, hey, this 6 has to have the 2, 2, and 2. There's nothing else for it right at this moment in time, right? So that's all. Um, Not quite as easy as I would, like it's not super easy, but it wasn't necessarily super difficult either. So, all right. So that's going to be it for our Conceptus portion of today's stream. Um, we're going to go ahead and switch on over to some coding here real quick, and then we'll go on to Genshin Impact later on tonight. So we're going to leave the Link-a-Pix and the Block-a-Pix for tomorrow, and maybe even the next day, depending on how, I mean, the Block-a-Pix here being a medium plus and being a very large board, this is probably going to be something that may take like, probably like 2 hours worth of time trying to figure out logically, what I need to do with it. So, um, this might take a little bit of time. So, um, and this might take its own day. Even though they're saying that it's easy, it's a very large board, so this might take a little bit of time trying to get it completed as well. So this might be its own day as well. Um, yeah, we got some more puzzles to do for Conceptus, but we're gonna save that for next time. So we're going to go ahead and switch on over to some coding here. So if you're interested in that, stick around. We're going to switch on over to some Terraria mod coding. So, being a new Terraria mod coder, this is I'm basically going through the start of how to actually make a Terraria mod. So stay tuned for that. If you're watching this later on YouTube, there's going to be separate playlists available for these, different games, different streams, or different portions of streams and stuff like that. So you can always catch up on them or those VODs through the other playlists. So a like and subscribe would be fantastic if you are watching this on YouTube. But we're going to go ahead and close it down. So thank you very much for watching for those of you watching on YouTube, and I will catch you all next time.